And now, all new music, new artists, and your up-and-coming favorites with Gary J in the afternoon on your independent label station, GJRB.
She's got music in her head, and he's got a picture you ought to see. He's got stories to wake the dead, and she's got a dream that's beyond you and me. How many times have we just let the monster tell us that we'll never make it on the radio? It's just the lions, I won't let that sucker hold me back, 'cause they'll be smart enough to play me though. And it's time to live. Just take a look around at the greatness and the sounds. It's time to live. We're not hiding. She's an actress by the day, but she wears a uniform at night. You ought to pay him more to play, but he's not the kind to put up a fight. How many times have we just let the monster tell us that the only good is on the radio? It's just the lions, I won't let that sucker hold me back, 'cause he's not strong enough to slay me, no. And it's time to live. Just take a look around at the greatness and the sounds. It's time to live. We're not hiding. I've made music for a while, and I've got some pictures you ought to see. I've played a part just to make you smile, and I've got a story to help you believe. How many times have we just let the monster tell us that we'll never make it on the radio? It's just the lions, I won't let that sucker hold me back, 'cause they'll be smart enough to play me though. And it's time to live. Just take a look around at the greatness
Oh yeah, Cowgirl Cadillac, getting things started with Danielle Myers on GJRB Online and Cowgirl or Cowboy Cadillac. Good stuff there. And just ahead and started things off, our good friend Samuel Day starting to show up with Time to Live. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome, welcome to a brand new season, season 2 of Gary J in the Afternoon, a brand new season of music, whether on the 5 Sports page, all that good stuff. And, I was talking the other day, I'm going to be talking about this a little bit. New format, too, by the way. A couple of songs at the beginning of the show, and we'll talk a little bit, play some music. It's going to be an afternoon of good fun and music, and we're going to be doing that right here on GJRB Online, so stay tuned now. Got some new emerging artists, including this new artist. Can't remember where she comes from or where this artist comes from, but they're called Magpie Sally. This is a great new blues number. It's called Blues in the Attic. Oh, yeah. It's got that great opening, too. Yeah. Magpie Sally's the artist, the new one. Yeah. Blues in the Attic. Fabulous stuff. Along with that, let's see, we have the good one there. Girl from Snowy River. Got that coming up. Good song. Follow up with that. I also have Path in the Mist. Beautiful music there from D.E. Farmer. And new emerging artists all the time here on GJRB Online. We got it all for you here on Gary J in the Afternoon. So hope you'll stay with me here on GJRB Online as we're back on the air with our regular programming. And we're going to be bringing you some great music. We're going to talk to you a little bit. Got some griping. No, not too much. I want to make this a happy show. But what do you think about this whole bit now with, we'll talk about that. The Aunt Jemima bit now. We're going to talk about that all coming up. So stay with me. Got great music stuff coming up. So keep it here on GJRB Online. Gary J in the Afternoon starts right now. Yeah, with a girl from Snowy River, Melinda Johnstone. New emerging artist all the time on GJRB.
To me, Snowy River, you've been a friend to me. I'd like to thank you gratefully. Snowy River, you're branded in my heart. You'll always stay a part of me. Snowy River Festival was showing. Country folk had come from far and near.
Yeah, best of both worlds. Big selection on both our playlists. Beautiful piece of music called Path in the Mist. That's D.E. Farmer on GJRB Online. Gary J. Russell with you. Good afternoon. Gary J. in the afternoon. Weather, news, sports, and all that good stuff. Weather on the fives. Got it right here on GJRB Online, posting on all the social sites, so I hope you'll drop in and chat a little bit, listen to some music. New emerging artist, places unknown because I'm not entirely sure. To get a chance to re-look it up. The artist is called Magpie Sally. It's a new one called Blues in the Attic.
Just make believe that we are full-on movie stars. Just make believe that we've got what it takes. We've got the power and we've got the looks. We really know it 'cause we go by the books. There's blues in the attic, but it's really kinda static in my town. My mind is erratic and the world is dramatic out of my town. We don't have cars, but look cool on our groovy bikes. Get all the looks, we know we've got what it takes. We'll show the people 'cause we've got the looks. We just pretend, yeah, and we kill all the crews. There's blues in the attic, but it's really kinda static in my town. My mind is erratic and the world is dramatic out of my town. What you doing? What you doing? We kinda think that we don't die when the bullets fly. We take it standing, we've got what it takes. We say the goods, yo, we've got the looks. We're so damn cool and we go by the books. There's blues in the attic, but it's really kinda static in my town. My mind is erratic and the world is dramatic out of my town.
Interesting music. That's new music from artist named Magpie Sally, and it's from our SoundClick site. I have to go look that up, see exactly where Magpie Sally hails from, because I'm not sure. But new artist in our GJRB list, and it's called Blues in the Attic. And of course, we'll play down our Blues House show too as well. Great stuff there. Good afternoon, Gary J. Russell with you. How you doing today? Hope you're having a good day today. Gary J. in the afternoon. As GJRB Online returns to regular full schedule of programming, of course, that is the plan, as we're just doing whatever show, whatever day, whatever we do. It's called smooth. It's called spontaneous summer. That's what we're in right now. And of course, summer hasn't really started yet. Summer starts on Saturday. First day of summer solstice, Saturday afternoon. That's the 20th, and that we'll be on the air that day live with another Gary Russell program, Saturday Extra. I'm hoping we would get our friend Ben Osman back on again, because he hasn't been on in a while. Well, he was good. Was on last couple weeks ago. He wasn't on last Saturday. He didn't make the show, but we're going to talk to Ben about getting on the air with us again this week, as I got some really interesting stories, and I know he's doing a lot of research, so we'll be talking to Ben quite a bit. And I'll tell you what else we're going to be doing. We're going to be talking to Ben. Got a lot of really interesting stuff we're going to talk to him about. And So it should be kind of a fun show. And that'll be Saturday afternoon, 3 o'clock Central Time, 4 o'clock Eastern, 1 o'clock Pacific, right here on GJRB Online for the Gary Wrestling Program, Saturday Extra. I always have a good time doing that show because we talk a lot about some neat stuff, and it's always fabulous. Music we play. Posted on Meet the Spreakers, the Spreaker Tavern. We're going to get GJRB Online and MeWe and a few other places as we go along here. Still trying to work on my website. Usually work on that website. Usually I work on Tuesdays for a little while if I don't have anything else to do. Working on a couple of episodes of Way Out There, an episode of Way Out There and radio, television, and movie classics. Kind of a follow-up to a couple of episodes that I didn't get some segments in. And then we're going to be putting those shows away for a while as we'll be working on a brand new season of those shows. And a whole lot more other good stuff, so keep it here on GJRB Online for Spontaneous Summer. And, of course, that means that just because their seasons are over, they're not going to air it. We're still going to have like some of the best of Way Out There. Best of radio, television, and movie classics. We'll go back and play some early episodes, so it'll be kind of a fun. Spontaneous Summer, you never know when GJRB Online will be on the air, so watch for postings on the GJRB Spreaker public site, because you just never know when we're going to be broadcasting. That is for sure. So, just be aware of that. And we have some great music and Weather on the 5 sports page and all that good stuff coming up for you here on GJRB Online. And going to talk a little bit, too. You know, that Aunt Jemima thing is a big news story. We'll be talking about that coming up. Yep, it's offensive. Oh, yeah, here we go. Yeah, it's offensive. So we're going to talk about that coming up here because it's kind of crazy when they start picking on stuff like products and stuff. It's just, it's getting annoying to me a little bit. Because they're making a fuss out of all this stuff, you know what I'm saying? We'll talk about that. It's going to be a great show, so just stay with me. Music, news, talk, sports page, all that good stuff. Join me in the chat room and hit that like button, because I always love it when you hit the like button. That means people are out there listening, and it goes in the algorithms, and it makes this show more interesting, especially when we see some more people following us. And it's fabulous.
This is GJRB's Weather on the 5.
I'll tell you what we're going to do right now. We're waiting until that comes up because I got Weather on the 5s ready here, and it's taking a while. Anybody notice their phone running a little odd? There was a posting here, I think yesterday, on where I see that there's been some trouble with some phone networks. So if you've been having trouble with your phone, there's probably a good reason for that. Let me know in the chat room if you've been having trouble with your smartphone, cell phone. I'd love to hear from you today. So drop me a line in the chat room. I'd love to hear from you. A few severe thunderstorms are possible this afternoon over northwest Montana. Northwest Montana. Going to get some severe thunderstorms. Very strong storms. So watch for that. It's going to be pretty nasty for you guys up there in the Northwest. Impacting some areas, and you want to be aware of that. This is for Montana. Strong storms may impact parts of the Rockies as well, adjacent to the north and high plains into the evening. Non-thunderstorm damaging winds and some will be forecasted for southwest Montana, and also critical fire conditions. We'll keep on top of this and let you know exactly what the weather is. Weather on the 5s, 25 and 55 minutes past the hour, and any time in the hour that ends in 5, 15, 25, 35, 45, or 55 past the hour on GJRB Online for Weather on the 5. Yeah. And keep you up to date on what's going on in national weather. It's always important to let you know what's going on in the weather forecast. And let's see what's going on in the news from the GJRB News Desk. The big news story, people are finding it offensive. Now the new bit now, people are saying the Aunt Jemima syrup is offensive now. They want to change the product. We'll be talking about that. And then there was a live report now. A district attorney there is announcing a decision that the on the Rayshard Brooks shooting. And yeah, we talked about the Aunt Jemima changing their name or removing the image in packaging due to racial. We'll talk about that. And other stories coming up as well. We'll keep you on top of what's going on in the news. Bottom of the top of the clock to keep you on top. GJRB Online News. I'm Gary J. Rustin in the GJRB News Desk. And you're listening to Gary J in the afternoon, bringing you the best of music in the afternoon, plus talk and all kinds of fun stuff. Let's go back to the 1980s for this one. Jermaine Stewart, you don't have to take your clothes off to have a good time on GJRB.
Not a word from your lips. It's just for granted that I want to give it this. A quick kiss. That's your game. But I'm not a piece of meat. Stimulate my brain. Night is down. So I wish let's get to know each other better. So it's easily. Take my hand. Let's hit the floor. Take your body to the music. Maybe then you score.
You never know when GJRB is going to be on the air. More programming, more often, on the internet, on GJRB.
Very superficial. Whitewash on your wall. Very superficial. Letter of the law. There's too much obeying. No one's looking past. Devil in the breakfast, spreading pretty fast. Do you really think that the Lord judges man on the surface? So official, change your ways. Yeah. Oh, Pharisee official, wash your face and hands. Straining out the small bugs, swallowing a camel. Keep doing the same things, even though they're wrong. You don't want to change things. You've had them so long. You receive these things that you know come from man, and you're stubborn. Your tradition stains your faith. Yeah. There is true forgiveness, nothing more than grace. Carry your traditions, 29 Isaiah. 13 verse, oh baby. Go and look into that. Devil 6 through 9 mark. Put it in your past. Do you really think that the Lord judges man on the surface? So far that you'll change your ways. Now.
Yeah, it's not Stevie Wonder, no. It's Superficial Apologetics on GJRB Online. Gary J. Russell with you here at Spreaker. Across America, 15 minutes of non-stop music getting our thing started. Love playing it. Just non-stop music and talk a little bit. We'll have a sports page let's try it again. Sports page update coming up. And whether or not we're going to be doing our sports page, we're going to try to bring that show back. But there's been not too much sports to talk about. You know what I'm saying? It's Rex Reynolds.
Just got your letter, baby. It's too bad you can't come home. I swear I'm going crazy, sitting here all alone. And since you're gone, I got a mess of blues. I ain't slept a wink since Sunday, and I can't day. It's just Blue Monday since you've been away, since you're gone. I got a mess of blues. Whoops, there goes a teardrop rolling down my face. If you cry when you're in love, it sure ain't no disgrace. But I gotta get myself together before I lose my mind. I'm gonna catch the next train going and leave my blues behind. Since you're gone, I got a mess of blues. Just got your little baby. Too bad you can't come home. I swear I'm going crazy, sitting here all alone. Since you've gone, I got a mess of blues.
Yeah, blues. That's what we do here sometimes. You're on GJRB Online. Speaking of blues, yeah, I listened to that a couple nights ago, Blues in the Night, Walter Dubiel, and it's a great show, and I got some new blues music we're going to be featuring as we bring back the Blues House. I'm giving you details on that, plus some new shows. So, yeah, Blues House has started back with another season, and we'll have a whole brand new show and new music artists and stuff like that, so check that out. Never know when that will be on the air because we're on spontaneous summer. That means it could be on any time here on GJRB Online, so watch for postings on the GJRB Spreaker public site on Facebook, Twitter, and the new GJRB website, Gary Russin, website2.me. And that's my website, so check that out. They got some really good stuff there. It's our GJRB website, and you'll see all the neat little stuff I have on there. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I like it. It's fabulous. And we're talking about that along the way. Plus some other good stuff in the afternoon. Gary J in the afternoon on GJRB Online. And Major League Baseball Trust announced on Wednesday that they will commit to $1 million to support minor league players who have been impacted financially with the COVID-19 crisis. You have to wonder when baseball's going to even come back. You know what I'm saying? And Colin Kaepernick, yeah, that guy, and a workout list fits the LA. Let's try it again. Fits the LA Rams. I guess he's going to be playing for them now, isn't he? He's going to be doing that, and he's going to be playing for the Chargers actually, and he's. And we'll talk about that. He said he's happy with the Chargers crop and quarterbacks, and we're going to talk about that and a whole lot more next hour with Sports Page. Sports Page update right here on GJRB Online. Gary J in the afternoon. Hope you're having a good one wherever you're listening across the USA. Right here, Gary J. Russell with you. 50 minutes of nonstop music and great talk and music on Gary J in the afternoon. Here on Spreaker, I'm going to try to work real hard at getting a Gary J in the morning back together too soon. So, yeah, be aware of that. That's just not going away for good. It's just kind of on a hiatus till I find a place for it. You know what I'm saying? So just be aware of that. Gary J. Russell with you here on GJRB Online, waking up here. And if you just woke up, what are you doing sleeping all day, you know? Just, you know, fairly simple. It's the Blues of Orion. Beautiful piece of music. This goes on our jazz list, too. It's called Heaven on the yeah. Great music. Gary J in the afternoon. GJRB Online, bringing back formats and radio the way it used to be. That's Heaven, the Blues of Orion, with the little instrumentals in our playlist, because that's the way they used to do it back in the bygone days of Top 40 radio. Gary J. Russ with you. Gary J. in the afternoon, putting in the 50 minutes of nonstop music with another 50 coming up. So keep it here on GJRB Online. Got some really good music on the way, too. So keep it here. And we'll talk a little bit about some different things. That whole bit, a lot of people agreeing, disagreeing on that. What do you think of that whole Aunt Jemima thing? Yeah, they're kind of blowing this all out of proportion. Taking away all the things that find America. But it's what we expect out of these people. But I'm gonna stay away from it, because I'll tell you what, sometimes it kind of really gets me ticked, and sometimes when it does, I stay away from it, because sometimes I think we need to stay away from the news, because it gets a little on the depressing side once in a while, with all this garbage going on. It's just crazy, and I don't think we need to burden ourselves with that kind of stuff all the time, Just crazy. We'll be talking a lot about that, though, on the Gary Russin program, Saturday Extra. And, of course, speaking of Saturday afternoon, Ed Delgado had a great show yesterday. Another fabulous show with Hilario De Leon and all the guys. Had a great packed show. Ed on the phone all the way up until the end of his show. Wow. He was really had a great show, though. Caramel Conservative, you missed it yesterday? Check it out Saturday afternoon at 12 o'clock noon Central, 10 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Mountain, and 1 o'clock Eastern, right here on GJRB Online for the Caramel Conservative program, followed by the Gary Russin program, Saturday Extra. Again, this Saturday afternoon, right here on GJRB Online, 3 o'clock p.m. Central Time, 4 o'clock Eastern, 1 o'clock Pacific, right here on Spreaker for the Gary Russin program, Saturday Extra. We'll have another good show again this week. I'm hoping we get Ben in, and see, we talk a lot about some things, because I know we need to touch on some interesting subjects that we want to talk about. He's been really fumed about a lot of this stuff too, like I have been. So we're going to really roll with it on Saturday. So check that out. All right, got some good stuff coming your way. Stay with me. We're going to crank up another 50 minutes of nonstop music, including a news and brief, and some more great music and some new emerging artists. I've got some brand new stuff. I got Song Brother, brand new song from my friend there and his group. And then we have new music from you remember with Adrian J. Pratt. Yeah, we played his song there. He's got a follow up to it. I'm going to hear that coming up. New music from him. And a whole lot more. So keep it here. GJRB Online. Gary J in the afternoon on the GJRB Online Network.
Great jazz on GJRB with the best of jazz, up-and-coming jazz, and smooth afternoon.
If you can't get enough of jazz and you live in the Quad Cities area, tune in to KALA, St. Ambrose University in Davenport, Iowa, at 88.5 on the FM dial. Along with some of that great smooth jazz, you'll hear a lot of great jazz programming.
And programming in other great music formats
like blues, urban, including rap, also classic R&B and Motown with David Baker on Rewind, Friday nights at 6 p.m. Central. In addition, you get programming in Spanish and some great gospel programming too. For more information on that great programming you'll hear, check out their schedule at www.sau.edu/KALA. Even if you don't live in the Quad Cities area, you can enjoy KALA anywhere in the world with their internet stream. Connect with KALA. Listen and enjoy.
Recently, the owner of Facebook had to face Congress over personal information on Facebook users. In addition, users were saying that their postings were being deleted. Getting sick and tired of your censorship and your data being used without your permission? Do something about it now. Come to MeWe, the internet social site that values your freedom. No more deleted postings. Make a step to freedom. Sign up today. It's easy. Go to www.mewe.com. That's MEWE. MeWe, the internet's free speech social site.
America's Tree Music is back on GJRB Bluegrass with the Grass Golds, Bill Monroe and his Bluegrass Boys, and so much more. So it's time to bring it back, and on more often. It's Bluegrass Jubilee Freestyle with all the great songs you heard before and some new up-and-coming stars with some emerging bluegrass. Also, some all-time gospel favorites too. Now at a new time, every second Wednesday of the month at 3 p.m. Central, 4 p.m. Eastern, and 1 p.m. Pacific on the GJRB online network. Imagine one day tuning around on your internet radio only to find a station playing old radio programs complete with commercials and thinking, what am I tuning into? The past? You might be, or it's just GJRB Online and Radio Land. A day of nothing but classic radio shows back to back with classic commercials in between. Like the days of radio. Almost like your computer is picking up signals through time. Closer than you'll ever get to time travel. Radio Land. End times are upon us, and we need to know what's happening. Knowing the truth is key to survival. There are lots of news events going on in the world that have certain significance to end time happenings. Listen, as men and women gather to discuss the news and how it lines up with Bible prophecy on the last 7 days. Recorded Thursday mornings and uploaded to go public at 12 o'clock noon Central and played every third Friday live at 1 p.m. Central on GJRB.
That sound more like everyone else than anyone else. Hey, alright, it's Kip Casper.
Spreaker is the website which turns anyone into a radio DJ. Log on to Spreaker.com for listening to thousands of radio channels and start creating your own radio today.
This is the station from North Clinton, giving you the best in music variety on the nation's top podcast platform, the greatest platform on the planet, Spreaker. This is GJRB Online, the GJRB Online Network.
Sound more like everyone else than anyone else. Hey, alright, it's Kip Casper.
Spreaker is the website which turns anyone into a radio DJ. Log on to Spreaker.com for listening to thousands of radio channels and start creating your own radio today.
This is the station from North Clinton, giving you the best in music variety on the nation's top podcast platform, the greatest platform on the planet, Spreaker. This is GJRB Online, the GJRB Online Network. And Gary J. Russell with you back out here on GJRB Online, Gary J. in the afternoon, as we're back into a brand new season of this program with a new format, new music, and, we just talk a little bit, play music, and you're welcome to join me in the chat room by getting into the Spreaker chat room. Don't forget to hit that like button if you're just tuning in live and you like the program. Get this show in the algorithms. Get people, let people know we're here. Because I'll tell you what, we have some good stuff on the air. So check this station out whenever you can. We got some really good programs, and it's building. It's building. I have a lot of stuff planned for this radio station. More, talk programs, more music programs. A lot of things. I'm talking to a lot of podcasters, letting them know that their show is a possibility of getting on this station. And, we'll just see what happens. Let's see what builds on this. And be able to get more people on GJRB Online. And, who knows what will happen here. We can get more people on the air. It'd be fabulous. Right?
Nationwide weather update.
This is GJRB's weather on the 5.
Let's take a look at some temperatures nationwide right now. 74 degrees and mostly cloudy right now in Los Angeles, California. Des Moines, Iowa is at 84 degrees and sunshine. Houston, Texas at 91 degrees and partly cloudy. And Taylor, North Carolina, checking in 78 degrees and cloudy skies. Omaha, Nebraska, just west of us, 89 degrees and sunshine. Salem, Massachusetts, 72 degrees and sunny right now. Dallas, Texas is 93 degrees with sunshine. Lebanon, Tennessee, right now checking in 77 degrees under partly cloudy skies. Weather on the 5s. 25 and 55 minutes past the hour, or any time in the hour that ends in 5. Weather on the 5s right here on GJRB Online, here on Spreaker. Gary J. Russell with you, and thank you for tuning in. And so some of the stories we're covering for you in the newsroom right now. And let's see, we got a frozen phone here. Doesn't want to work on either side. So we're going to go back over here and see if we can get this juiced up over here and get on the main page. It's doing this for me right now. So we're just going to kind of do what they call a casual conversational news today. I always do that once in a while. What they call casual conversational news, just a news in brief. And District Attorney... okay, this is doing that now too. I'm going to go to, when both phones freeze, I usually go to the main spot, and that is where we have the internet. And District Attorney has announced the charges to the on that Rashad case. That was the police officer who's charged with murder, Rashad shooting. The former Atlanta police officer fatally shot a black man who ran away from the taser last week, has been charged with murder. Fulton County District Attorney Paul Howard announced Wednesday that Garrett Rolfe has been fired after killing 27-year-old Rashad Brooks. He faces 11 criminal charges, including felony and murder. If convicted that murder charge, Wolf could face up to the death penalty or life in prison without parole. And let's see, why is this not doing that? Okay, I'm going to go with, let's see here. That's not what I wanted. Okay, I'm going to flip this over. So yeah, they're going to do that. They're going to life imprisonment or without parole, or no parole whatsoever in that case. So that's interesting. Meanwhile, let's see what other news is going on. And I need to clean my phone because for some reason I'm getting this errors and stuff. It's, sometimes I have to do that. If I don't clean my phone before I go on the air, I have problems. So we're going to work on a better newscast next hour, as I will be starting to print my stories on a document. It just makes it so much easier to pick stories. But those are some of the stories we're covering for you, and we'll cover for you this afternoon. That's a quick news in brief. Bottom of the top of the clock to keep you on top. GJRB Online News, Gary J. Russell, GJRB News, and we'll have some more news stories coming up this afternoon here on GJRB Online. And I hope you stay with me. Gary J. Russell with you. Gary J. in the afternoon. And we'll have, we're going to start off 50 minutes of nonstop music coming up next. And I've got some new emerging artists. Got some new stuff from Song Brother, my good friend Gary Unger and his group there. We got some stuff from him. And we're going to be playing. And a lot of other really good tunes. So, keep it here on GJRB Online, here on Spreaker, across America and around the world. Gary J. Russell with you. Gary J. in the afternoon, right here on Spreaker, across America. And let's get things started right now with a brand new hour of music.
This is the GJRB Online Network.
Top of the hour, 4 o'clock Central Daylight Time, 5 o'clock Eastern, 2 o'clock Pacific. And you're listening to GJRB online on Spreaker across America. And this is Gary J in the afternoon with Sheila K. Cameron, Alone on the Road.
I've been alone on the road so long. I've been fooling myself. You were walking along with me. I've been alone on the road so long. The footsteps I've been hearing must have been my own. I should have known. I have been told that setting up can be warm, that keeping up can be cold. I should have seen. I have good eyes. I knew your heart was telling me lies. You were so sure. You said your motives were so pure. You were so sweet on top and so muddy underneath. I've been alone on the road so long. I've been fooling myself. You were walking along with me. I've been alone on the road so long. The footsteps I've been hearing must have been my own. I've been alone on the road so long. I've been fooling myself. You were walking along with me. I've been alone on the road so long. The footsteps I've been hearing must have been my own.
GJRB Online on Spreaker across America is holding matrimony, a group called Dulcimer. And new music for you here on GJRB Online. Started the show off this hour with Sheila K. Cameron. 50 minutes of non-stop talking music here on GJRB Online. How you doing? Welcome to another hour of the Gary J in the afternoon. And hope you're going to stay with me for some music, news, weather on the 5 sports page and all that good stuff, along with your request if you have anything you want to pull in there from our GJRB playlist, or you just want to talk a little bit in the chat room. You're welcome to do that. Just go into the GJRB Spreaker chat room and put in get in there, and I'll throw something in for you as well, and we can talk. I always like when we get a chance to talk a little bit, and along with the music, just to make it fun, and you could be a part of it. So that's what I like, just doing that. So let's take a look at what's coming up this hour. See some of the music we got coming up. 50 minutes of non-stop music again this hour. We cranked it up at the top with Sheila K. Cameron, so we're going to keep it going in 50 straight. And with weather on the 5, sports page, music, news update, and all that good stuff. And a lot of great talking. So you want to join me in the chat room? Love to hear from you. Here's some of the songs coming up this hour. Yeah. Stockwell is one of my favorites. Busy Mind Thinker. Yeah, let's see what else we have there. Oh, yeah, Busy Mind Thinker. Fabulous. And I promised you something got coming up in our brand new add-ons list. Some brand new music we got coming up. And we played a couple of them for you. And one of them is a song that my good friend Gary Unger and his group recorded. And it's a new one. Yeah, you heard Oh Baby Doll a couple of times. This is another one by Woody Cochran. Yeah, Old Country Doll coming up. Yeah. Got this one coming up. Yeah, got that. Plus, we'll talk to you about all kinds of good stuff. We'll also have Gary Travis, some classic country this hour, play some country favorites as well, and program schedules and all that, and what our plans are for July and August. And I'll let you know all the shows that we have not aired yet, because we are still pretty much in the month of June. This is being June 17th, so we're going to try to squeeze in a bunch of shows I promised. We have new crooners, radio, television, and movie classics way out there coming up. Also in the works, music and memories. I got some more good memories for you, some more good songs we're going to play for you, music memories coming up, and a whole lot more, so watch for that on the GJRB website. We'll give you all the details coming up right here on GJRB Online. But right now, let's get back into more music. Get back into more of that good stuff and you love so much. Busy Mind Thinker. This is the Stockwells, our home people here from Clinton, Iowa, on Gary J in the afternoon.
Don't do
GJRB online on Spreaker across America. Gary J. Rustin with you. Gary J. in the afternoon. I hope you're enjoying the program wherever you're listening. And I hope you're enjoying the show. We got a lot of good music coming your way. We'll have a weather on the fives from Weather Nation on the way. Stick with me right after Gary Travis, Ace in the Hole.
Got to have an ace in the hole, a little secret that nobody knows. Life is a gamble, a game we all play, but you need to save something for a rainy day. You've got to learn to play your cards right if you expect to win in life. Don't put it all on the line for just one roll. You've got to have an ace in the hole. If you're headed down a one-way street and you're not sure that's the way you want to go, in money or love or all the above, have a little more than what you show. When life deals out a surprise, have a few surprises of your own. No matter what you do, no matter where you go, you've got to have an ace in the hole. You've got to have an ace in the hole, a little secret that nobody knows. Life is a gamble, a game we all play. You need to save something for a rainy day. You've got to learn to play those cards right if you expect to win in life. Don't put it all on the line for just one roll. You've got to have an ace in the hole. Thank you. Welcome to All Stars. Thank you. Put it all on the line for just one roll. You got to have an ace in the hole. No matter what you do, no matter where you go, you've got to have an ace in the hole.
GJRB online on Spreaker across America. Ace in the Hole. Good one there for you by Gary Travis here on GJRB online. New emerging artists all the time here on GJRB online. That's what we do here. Always playing new music from a new artist. And if you have a song on SoundClick or SoundCloud or Reverb Nation, I will go there and pull that song if you want your songs played on this station. Because I like to play new emerging artists all the time here on GJRB Online. I always love it when we get some emerging artists on the playlist. Because, the other stations aren't playing the new music that's out there. There's a lot of new artists out there that are going to other sites. And a lot of these sites pretty much are sites like that one. The new emerging sites, because they have new music, new songs playing all the time. And there's always... So if you're a new artist and you have songs uploaded to these sites, always a pleasure to bring these songs on here. This is a great place to put these on, because even if you're a new artist who've been, you've been on, and I would probably be watching these from time to time because I do like to put on these songs because a lot of people don't want to, a lot of the new big stations don't want to play their songs. It's a shame because there's a lot of songs out there that deserve airplay, and these stations don't want to give attention to these songs. So I believe in new emerging artists getting their songs on the air. That's what's the most important. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I do. I play new emerging artists because I believe in them, and that's what GJRB is. I always say, giving new artists a chance to get their songs out there. GJRB online, and we always play new music all the time, new emerging artists here on GJRB online. because they deserve it too. You know, America. They might lose American Idol. They might lose those other talent shows, but you know, I'm going to be watching those too a little bit more. And if you're a losing artist on one of those things that you still want to get a music career going, send me your music, and I'll put it on here on GJRB online. All right? Just want to let you know about that. Beautiful day today. I have flowers that my wife had gotten for Mother's Day, and they're dying out there. And try to water them things. I'm not. I have a green thumb like my dad did. You know, he could grow stuff. Me, nah, just nah. But if you're one of those out there that is gardening, you know, got your device out there, and it's fabulous when you get devices with your built-in Wi-Fi, so you can listen to internet radio when you're outside. It's fabulous getting things done, and you know, having the music out with you of the Gary J in the afternoon here on GJRB Online. Interesting day today. We've got a lot of good stuff coming up, so why don't we get things rolling here with another weather on the fives.
Now, nationwide weather update. This is GJRB's weather on the fives.
First of all, let's take a look at what's going on nationwide. Some current temperature, 68 degrees right now in Spokane, Washington. 60 degrees in Boise, Idaho, so some cold parts of the country. 63 degrees in Elko, Nevada. 87 degrees in Sacramento, California. Down to Flagstaff, 75 out west. 75 degrees in Flagstaff. Into cold, 69 degrees in San Diego, California. Headed east, southeast a little bit. 91 degrees in Shreveport, Louisiana. 93 degrees in San Antonio, Texas. And 79 degrees in Birmingham, Alabama right now. Tonight's lows dropping down to 53 tonight in Seattle. Portland's checking in tonight. They'll be at 51 for tonight's low. 48 degrees in Billings, Montana. It's going to be 68 degrees in Fargo. 67 in Des Moines tonight. 70 degrees. And then tomorrow, take a look at Little Rock, Arkansas. 91 degrees expected. 80 degrees in Atlanta, Georgia. 90 degrees in Orlando. 88 degrees in Jacksonville tomorrow. 89 degrees expected in Tampa. And that is some of the temperatures. Let's listen to Weather Nation and see what's going on.
Making us your weather source. Weather, that's what we do. Denver, what they do is set record high temperatures. That's what they've been doing recently. One that went down in the day previous, it was 96, beat the previous record of 95. Well, it was only recent record last set in 2017. But it's been pretty hot, and the reason we're getting into this discussion is heat and how that's affecting fire danger too. I'm going to get you caught up on a couple of different weather patterns and temperature patterns, where some are going to have some relief to the heat, also where the heat breaks a bit and starts to make a return. So these are highs that have already come in for the day, at least since the midnight hour, all throughout our Wednesday. It's not necessarily what's going to go down as the official high for today, but what we've recorded at our sensor locations. Look at Minneapolis, St. Paul to 92 today there at MSP, that's the airport. Wichita to 94 so far, the same in Dallas. Now Phoenix has done 103, but that's an area where we normally think that we could find 100 degrees this time of the year. But look at Billings, Montana, Salt Lake City, 59 and 65. The 65 in Salt Lake, I can tell you, is way below average. So there's a front moving through associated with storms that have been over the northwest. This front is going to bring some temporary relief, especially northern and central plains over the next couple of days, the Thursday to Friday. And there's kind of second system on this that brings a front that could bring some relief to the southern plains, but what it really does is push some of that heat off to the east, Midwest to the Ohio Valley. Look at Chi-Town, Chicago, Broyles up to 94 by Friday, but Minneapolis, St. Paul drops down to 80, Bismarck and Rapid City. High temperatures. Again, these are forecast high temperatures, so that's where we're expecting you to end up for the day. The hottest part of the day, only 70s at Bismarck and Rapid City. One location here is Rapid City. Your temperature forecast over the next 2 days shows the front through near into the 70s. But eventually, more summertime typical heat is back with the 80s. Now, over the southwestern United States, this is where the heat only just stays and gets worse as we head into the weekend to next week. There's more southwest warming, so spots that have Phoenix, Tucson, Yuma, and Arizona that are typically hot, right over the Sonoran Desert, and even towards the Mojave Desert as you look towards around Death Valley and southern Nevada, that's where temperatures expected only get hotter. We've been in some upper 90s, which isn't too awful hot for Las Vegas. But eventually, you're getting back to the range of 105 to 110. That's getting to the hot side even for Las Vegans. And Sunday's high temperature shows that even as far north as Redding could be 104, so that heat only expands. Some areas like Salt Lake that I just showed that have that temporary relief and only these temperatures in the 60s and 50s. Well, you're back up to 90 in Denver. You'll get a little break next couple of days. That's Thursday into Friday. Before, over the weekend and beyond, the entire Southwest starts to build back with that heat. It is pretty intense in some spots, such as Phoenix. Look at this one. You'll drop down to at least 100, 105 range for the next few days. Then from the range that's pushing closer to 110 as we get into the end of the weekend and even towards next week, too. This is affecting fire danger, and that's what we want to talk about right now, is how this heat has still been putting fires in place. Tucson, Arizona has been one of our fires that have been raging, and one of the spots that has been closer to populated areas. Now you can see a mountain range that's on the other side of that from this vantage point with that fire that's ongoing. But at least for some fires, meteorologist Matt Monroe is going to tell us about some better news.
Yeah, I hate to see pictures like that. Of course, fire in the mountain right there just north of Tucson. And here's another big fire. This is the Mangum Fire in Coconino County, Arizona. And this thing has been growing by thousands and thousands of acres each and every day. Now it's over 47,000 acres and just 3% containment. Yesterday was about 2% contained, so they are making progress. They're doing all they can here. It's just a very, very difficult situation, and they do have it up just a little bit to about 3% containment. Hey, they've closed parts of Highway 89A, Highway 67, and parts of the North Rim and Grand Canyon National Park have also been closed. Bighorn Fire, this is another one. Pima County, that's in Arizona, almost 16,000 acres there charred, 40% containment. That one was started by some dry lightning. That's where you have a thunderstorm that the rain doesn't reach the ground, but it does reach the ground as lightning, and then fires, obviously, they start from that. And going forward in time here, the Arroyo Grande Fire in Sutton County, over 6,000 acres. That is in Sutton County, Texas. For more on wildfire safety, here's our very own John Van Pelt.
When wildfires flare up and begin to spread, fighting them is a race against the clock to protect property and lives. In many ways, this kind of firefighting can be compared to fighting a war. First, there are frontline strategists like wildfire meteorologist Brenda Belongi, who predict when conditions will be right for fires.
There's three weather things that affect fire weather as the core. One is temperature-moisture relationships, which has a lot to do with humidity. The second thing that affects fire weather is atmospheric stability. How tall is that fire column going to get? And the flip side of that is, do you have the right conditions for thunderstorms? Of course, thunderstorms start new fires. And last but not least is wind, and that's because wind has a great deal to do with the rate and direction of spread of the fire itself.
When conditions are right and a wildfire initiates, the battle is on, and it's time to send out the troops. At the start, guys like lead pilot Dan Johnson guide the operations from the air.
My primary job at first is to find hazards, to discover entry and exit routes. I'm trying to make it as safe and boring as possible, actually.
And even with all the support from the air, ground troops get to the tough and dangerous job of actually fighting the fires.
Hour to practice exiting aircraft. There's a parachute landing fall simulator, so it takes the jumper up in the air and then brings them down at a rate that would be similar to what the canopy would be letting you down at.
And once their training on the ground is complete, they fly out to get their practice jumps in before their real work begins. Jumping from 1,500 feet, it's a static line opening and a quick descent to the ground. Depending on a fire's location, firefighters may jump, walk, or drive into the site. It drives their buggies to the fires, and Stacy's job is finally done.
The dogs will go through first, remove all the brush and trees. We're taking the fuel out of the fire's way.
So, the next time you hear about a wildfire, think about the people who are risking their lives and doing some of the hardest work imaginable to fight one of nature's most dangerous furies. For Weather Nation, I'm John Van Pelt.
Something to think about there, right? You know, being very, very careful about those wildfires because, you know, you don't mess around with something like that, I'll tell you that. Weather on the 5s, 25 and 55 past the hour or any time of the hour it ends in 5. Weather on the 5s on GJRB online. Gary J. Russ with you here on Spreaker across America. So some of the stories we're covering for you in the GJRB news desk this afternoon. Some of the stories we're covering for you. The cop that was charged is being charged in the former Atlanta police officer for killing Rashard Brooks is charged Wednesday with felony murder and 10 other offenses in his death at the Fulton County District Attorney's Office said. The afternoon news conference, DA Paul Howard announced charges against Garrett Rolfe who shot Brooks twice during a suspected DUI arrest. And the White House on Wednesday threw a support behind Senate Republicans on police reform bill that would seek to curtail these chokeholds and implement accountability measures in the police department. These stories, a whole lot more coming up, plus the closing stocks. Weather on the coming up. I'm Gary J. Russin, GJRB Online News. Yeah, got a lot more great music coming up. Let's get back into more of it. 50 minutes of non-stop music. 1961, Gary U.S. Bonds. 2:45. GJRB Online here on Spreaker across America, playing the greatest hits of all time on the Good Times Great Oldies Show coming up again. We'll have another great oldies show lined up, ready to go for you in July. Got a lot of really good stuff, and I hope you'll stay with me. A lot of really good music right here on GJRB Online, and you can join me in the chat room. Hit that like button. Let me know what you think of the show. I love hearing from you. It's the upper room, end of the line.
Middle East, down on Main Street.
reckoning's coming. It will be time to pay for all the things we've done and all the things we say. He said, "Up to you, the least to be, have what you need. There's no time to run away. There's no time to sleep. I think we're about to fly. We're coming to the end of the line. We're coming to the end of the line. We're running out of time. Trump is about to call. Kingdom comes, world will fall. It's the end of the line. It's the end of the line. It's the end of the line. It's the end of the line.
Oh, country doll, you have such pretty hair. Oh, country doll, there's nothing that compares. Oh, country doll, you have such warm, sweet lips. Oh, country doll, you're the one that makes me flip. Oh, Lord knows this could be the beginning of a new, real, true love. Oh, man, for me and you. Oh, country doll, you take the time to be the only girl I want, the only one for me. Oh, country doll, you take the time. Oh, country doll, your true love's all mine. Oh, I thank the Lord Almighty up above for sending me someone with all your love. Oh, country doll, Lord knows I really do. Oh, country doll, oh, I love only you. Oh, country doll, you are my favorite one. A pretty true rainbow sent from God above. Oh, country doll, you know my love is true. Oh, country doll, you're as pretty as a true rainbow too. Oh, country doll, you're the one for me and I'm the one for you. Oh, country doll, oh, there's nothing I can do. Oh, your love's so sweet, your kisses, oh, they taste like wine when I'm with you. Oh, I know you're all mine. Oh, country doll, oh, I know you're all mine.
Yeah, GJRB Online, brand new music from the GJRB playlist, and this song's, I understand, from our Heartfelt Love album. My good friend Gary Younger saying that this song is kind of making it, and I'm going to be checking on some lists there to find out for sure. But yeah, I tell you what we're going to do right now. Stick around, we got some more good music coming your way, but first it's sports. And let's take a look. Yeah, after Kareem Hunt served his 8-game suspension last year to the Cleveland Browns under Freddie Kitchens, he will put him all over the offense, including as a fullback in the slot. And check that out. Flashback to the last. Let's see what else we have here. College basketball recruiting 2020 predictions for Chet Holmgren, the top prospect. And let's see what we have here. We're going to talk a lot about baseball. And like I said before, the MLB is now trustee pledges $1 million aid to aid minor leaguers during the COVID-19 pandemic. All that coming up. We'll take a look at some sports, casual sports talk coming up a little later on. Gary J. Russell with his sports page update. Tell you what we're going to do right now. Got some more good music coming your way, and we're going to have another 50 minutes of nonstop music coming up right after the news break here on GJRB Online. Crank up another 50. Gary J. Russell with you. Gary J. in the afternoon. This is Jim Tobin from my home city of Pittsburgh. It's another day. Jim Tobin on GJRB Online. Another day here with Gary J. Russell with you. Gary J. in the afternoon here on GJRB Online. Coming up next hour, we'll take a look at our program schedule, see what we got coming up, some of our programs coming up on GJRB Online. We got planned here, including for the rest of the month, up and coming, brand new music we got coming up. We also have crooners. And I'm going to be doing Radio Land, old-time radio coming up. But we have more oldies coming up in July and more 80s coming up in July as well. And spontaneous broadcast, you never know what's going to be on GJRB Online. We got smooth jazz coming up again and easy nights. So watch for postings on the GJRB Spreaker public site an hour to 30 minutes before airtime. The decided airtime, and here's some great radio at its best right here on GJRB Online, here on Spreaker. And thank you so much for tuning in. We got always bringing you fabulous music, and love playing it for you, and just bringing you music at its best. What did you think of all this? Would you just like to have baseball back? I mean, really, it could be. I've been hearing stuff. I've been hearing stuff about possibility baseball could be making a comeback here real soon. They're working on something. I think they're working on some kind of negotiations to get baseball going again. It's talks, but they're saying it could probably only be a 50-game season at best. So, 50-game season. Imagine that. We're going to talk about that a whole lot more in another 50 minutes of nonstop music coming your way right here on the GJRB Online Network. Watch. Pray. For you not know what hour the Son of God will return. Prophecy, New World Order, terrorism, economic collapse, wars, pandemics, Israel. When they say peace, then cometh sudden destruction. Volcanic eruptions, earthquakes, signs in the heavens. Keep up with world news and events you hear on GJRB's News on the Hour. Go to End Time Headlines at www.endtimeheadlines.org. With a lot of chaos happening, keep in touch with End Time Headlines and GJRB. America's Street Music is back on GJRB Bluegrass with the Grass Golds, Bill Monroe and his Bluegrass Boys, and so much more. So it's time to bring it back, and on more often. It's Bluegrass Jubilee Freestyle with all the great songs you heard before and some new up-and-coming stars with some emerging bluegrass. Also, some all-time gospel favorites too. Now at a new time, every second Wednesday of the month at 3 p.m. Central, 4 p.m. Eastern, and 1 p.m. Pacific on the GJRB online network. Imagine one day tuning around on your internet radio only to find a station playing old radio programs complete with commercials and thinking, what am I tuning into? The past? You might be, or it's just GJRB Online and Radioland. A day of nothing but classic radio shows back to back with classic commercials in between. Like the days of radio. Almost like your computer is picking up signals through time. Closer than you'll ever get to time travel. Radioland. End times are upon us, and we need to know what's happening. Knowing the truth is key to survival. There are lots of news events going on in the world that have certain significance to end time happenings. Listen, as men and women gather to discuss the news and how it lines up with Bible prophecy on the last 7 days. Recorded Thursday mornings and uploaded to go public at 12 o'clock noon Central and played every third Friday live at 1 p.m. Central on GJRB.
Recently, the owner of Facebook had to face Congress over personal information on Facebook users. In addition, users were saying that their postings were being deleted. Getting sick and tired of your censorship and your data being used without your permission? Do something about it now. Come to MeWe, the internet social site that values your freedom. No more deleted postings. Make a step to freedom. Sign up today. It's easy. Go to www.mewe.com. That's M-E-W-E. MeWe, the internet's free speech social site.
This is the station from North Clinton, giving you the best in music variety on the nation's top podcast platform, the greatest platform on the planet, Spreaker. This is GJRB Online, the GJRB Online Network.
Recently, the owner of Facebook had to face Congress over personal information on Facebook users. In addition, users were saying that their postings were being deleted. Getting sick and tired of your censorship and your data being used without your permission? Do something about it now. Come to MeWe, the internet social site that values your freedom. No more deleted postings. Make a step to freedom. Sign up today. It's easy. Go to www.mewe.com. That's M-E-W-E. MeWe, the internet's free speech social site.
And this is Gary J. Russell with you on GJRB Online. Gary J. in the afternoon, and a brand new season, brand new format, brand new stuff. But still, we're playing the same music. You know, that's what we do here. In the final hour, we'll have our program schedule, talk about what we got coming up as far as programs or what we're going to be coming up in June and July, and we'll give all that information on our new GJRB website. It's GaryRussin.website2.me, and or on my Spreaker public site. You also get me on, and I am on Twitter today. I went and hit that Twitter button, so you get us on Twitter. You can hear us live right there. And when you get on the Twitter public site, Twitter page there, it's GJRB Online on Twitter. And the Radio Maniac, you just get in there, see the Antique Radio emblem, and you click that little widget. It'll open up into a player, and you can listen to it right there. And check our show live, say hello, and we'll pop in there in just a little bit and see what's going on there. And along with that, I'll play some great music for you coming up in this final hour here on GJRB Online as we head into the final hour of our program. And I'll have some more good music for you. And we'll have also our Spreaker shout-outs and promotions. Some of the great podcasting coming up on Spreaker over the next couple of days. So we got all that coming up for you. So, be aware of that. And, just one of those fabulous things that we do here on GJRB Online. Bring you the best in live radio programming here on Spreaker. As, I do love playing the music and talking to you as well. It's fabulous when we get a good radio audience out there. There's people out there, and I know they're out there listening. Not sure, but I don't doubt that somebody's come across us at one point or another. So, you know what I'm saying? All right. Yeah, just that simple. You know what I'm saying? Round it out. And let's see. Former Atlanta police officer was shot and killed, Rashad Brooks. We'll talk about that story. And a whole lot more at afternoon conference. We'll talk about some of that as well. And also coming up on the show, let's see what else we got coming up in the last hour of our show. We'll talk about some of the programs coming up on the air here on GJRB Online over the weekend. We got a lot of programs coming up on the air this weekend that I know you're going to want to check out live. And we'll have it for you here on Spreaker, on GJRB Online, so you can listen to our show and check out some of the stuff we got coming up here on GJRB Online here. But right now, though, let's take a look at what's in the news. And before we do that, let's take a look at some of the weather here. This is GJRB's weather on the pop. Before we do that, federal officials are investigating a canned pipe bomb sent on profile of the Democratic officials. We'll talk about that coming up. But right now, let's take a look at the national weather map and take a look at what's going on there. And 74 degrees right now, mostly cloudy in Los Angeles, California right now. Atlanta, Georgia. Okay, Atlanta, Georgia, 58 on the dew point. So going to be 61 degrees tonight, 65 tomorrow, 80. Atlanta, Georgia right now, 80 degrees expected for Thursday in Atlanta, Georgia. Virginia has a flash flood warning now, and that's for Pittsylvania County, expiring at 1:15 a.m. Eastern Time. 94 degrees right now in Houston, Texas. 13, the winds are out of northeast of 13 miles per hour. 94 expected today in Houston. 93 tomorrow. Houston, Texas, 93. 93 with rain expected. Baltimore, Maryland, right now 72 degrees in your area with northeast winds at 15 miles per hour. Tonight, 66 degrees with a chance of rain. Rain continues again tomorrow as well with a high of 79 degrees. Well, another weather update coming up again in 30 minutes. Weather on the 5s, 25 and 55 past the hour, or any time in the hour that ends in 5. 5, 15, 25, 35, 45, or 55 minutes past the hour on GJRB Online. Weather on the 5s. Hey, I'll tell you what we're going to do right now. Check this out. We got some more good stuff coming your way, more great music. So keep it here on GJRB Online, here on Spreaker, across America. Former Atlanta police officer who was shot and killed Rashad Brooks is charged Wednesday with felony in murder and 10 other offenses in his death. A Fulton County District Attorney's Office stated. This afternoon, a press conference was held by DA Paul Howard, who announced charges against Garrett Rolfe, who shot Brooks twice during a suspected DUI arrest in Atlanta's Wendy's on Friday night. Rolfe was fired the next day, shortly before Chief Eric Shields stepped down from her post. White House on Wednesday threw a support behind the Senate Republicans' police reform bill, which could seek to curtail the use of chokeholds and implementing a new accountability measures in the national calls for systematic changes. The president is fully supporting the Scott bill, according to Kayleigh McElhaney, who told reporters in a briefing, she's the press secretary now, saying that the White House backs every element in the investigation authored by Senator Tim Scott. It's a great bill, she said, and a great action for the Republicans, and we hope that they will have a bipartisan support on that. Federal officials are investigating a canned pipe bomb, which sent high-profile Democratic officials and Hollywood actors who President Trump criticizes. 2 were found in post offices in Delaware this morning and was sent to former Vice President Joe Biden, and another one in New York City sent to actor Robert De Niro. Investigators say this could be more out there, investigate on that. So, and of course, White gave suggestion to President Trump's language and talking about political opponents, which could be the blame for that. Meanwhile, let's take a look at the U.S. stock market report. Today's closing of the Dow Jones Industrial Average now down 170 points. The NASDAQ is up 14, and the S&P is down 11. That's the news. Bottom and top of the clock to keep you on top. GJRB News. I'm Gary J. Russin at the GJRB News Desk.
GJRB Bluegrass with the Grass Goals. Bill Monroe and his Bluegrass Boys and so much more. So it's time to bring it back. On more often. It's Bluegrass Jubilee Freestyle with all the great songs you heard before and some new up-and-coming stars with some emerging bluegrass. Also, some all-time gospel favorites too.
Now at a new time, every second Wednesday of the month at 3 p.m. Central, 4 p.m. Eastern, and 1 p.m. Pacific on the GJRB online network. Imagine one day tuning around on your internet radio only to find a station playing old radio programs complete with commercials and thinking, what am I tuning into? The past? You might be, or it's just GJRB Online and Radioland. A day of nothing but classic radio shows back to back with classic commercials in between. Like the days of radio. Almost like your computer is picking up signals through time. Closer than you'll ever get to time travel. Radioland. End times are upon us, and we need to know what's happening. Knowing the truth is key to survival. There are lots of news events going on in the world that have certain significance to end time happenings. Listen, as men and women gather to discuss the news and how it lines up with Bible prophecy on the last 7 days. Recorded Thursday mornings and uploaded to go public at 12 o'clock noon Central and played every third Friday live at 1 p.m. Central on GJRB. This is the station from North Clinton, giving you the best in music variety on the nation's top podcast platform. The greatest platform on the planet, Spreaker. This is GJRB Online, the GJRB Online Network.
Recently, the owner of Facebook had to face Congress over personal information on Facebook users. In addition, users were saying that their postings were being deleted. Getting sick and tired of your censorship and your data being used without your permission? Do something about it now. Come to MeWe, the internet social site that values your freedom. No more deleted postings. Make a step to freedom. Sign up today. It's easy. Go to www.mewe.com. That's M-E-W-E. MeWe, the internet's free speech social site. This is GJRB Online Network.
Now it's going to crank up 50 minutes of non-stop music to wrap up our show this afternoon. We're going to go clear to the end of the show with nothing but music and talk and fun as we wrap up our program today. Gary J in the afternoon right here on GJRB Online, our first show of the brand new season, season 2, episode 201. Let's keep it going with more great music on the radio right here as we crank up 50 minutes of music with, Patty O and the Lanterns, 40 Below. This is Gary J in the afternoon on your independent label station, GJRB.
Coffee at midnight. No, it's just your eyes. Sit in the silence, taking the quiet. Can I pull you down? Lay here, just shut it out. Whatever they say, baby, just for today. Flashback, his hand on my neck, brown eyes, my guy, my love. Mistakes, heartbreak, we say you can't take this love from us. Now it's getting serious, talking about the real stuff. Life without you. Can we just slow down? Stop trying to figure it out. I don't know what to do. I'm still crazy about you. Flashback, his hand on my neck, brown eyes, my guy, my love. Mistakes, heartbreak, we say you can't take this love from us. Flashback, his hand on my neck, brown eyes, my guy, my love. Mistakes, heartbreak, oh, we say you can't take this love from us. Now we're sitting in your car and I wonder where we are. Why did we come this far just to give up? You were everything I need and now I'm struggling to breathe. Why did we have to fall in love? Now we're sitting in your car and I wonder where we are. Why did we come this far just to give up? You were everything I need and now I'm struggling to breathe. Why did we have to fall in love? Flashback, my head on his chest. He's wearing that shirt I love. Regret that day when we said you can't take this love from us. Coffee at midnight. No love in your eyes. Can't take the quiet. Sitting in the silence.
GJRB online on Spreaker across America. Coffee at midnight. Lewis. Gary J. Russell with you. We're going to do our preview of some of the new music we got coming up and coming on the air real soon. Give you details on that right now. Mark Emmons, Beautiful Girl.
smile that could melt ice, as pure as the rain. I'm here at your mercy. She's my beautiful girl, such a beautiful girl. Every time I see you smile, time stands still and I call. All I know is what you are. You're the one I live for. Lay down beside me, touch me with your heart. My mystical priestess, my life's in your arms. She's my beautiful girl, such a beautiful girl. She's my beautiful girl, such a beautiful girl. She's my beautiful girl.
Haven't played that song in a while. It's a fabulous tune. Sorry about that. Just every once in a while, I don't know. I think that they need to change this Spreaker board just a little bit, and they only have one button to push to get her to turn the microphone on. I don't know. I think it's a good idea. But anyhow, that's a beautiful girl, Mark Emmons. And I'm Gary J. Russell with you here on GJRB Online. Mark Emmons being from Europe, from England, and with that song, fabulous song called Beautiful Girl on GJRB Online. And I got some really good stuff here. I was kind of going down the list and seeing what some of the new music that we have here. Because we have some new emerging artists, and I did mark some of the ones down where they come from. But it's a preview of some of the new emerging artists we have coming up on our new up-and-coming show, which will be on the air real soon. I'm working on that one. I don't know what day that's going to be on, so watch for postings. An hour to 30 minutes before airtime, 45 to an hour to 30 minutes before airtime, and decided airtime, and I'll be doing an up-and-coming show. It's new emerging artists, all for like about 2 hours of brand new music. That's what we're doing here, and kind of pick out of the bunch and pick some of the new artists that we have, some of the new music, and I'm going down the page here on my SoundClick, where a lot of the music is, and some of the new music that I have here. And I was looking over some of the ones that I've already picked off that list, and need to get rid of this library thing. I'll get rid of that real quick, and I'm going to pull up the new emerging artist list here, because I want to see what I have, because I got some new music coming up, some brand new stuff, and I'm looking forward to playing for you. New emerging artists, that's what we do here on GJRB Online, and give you a chance to get some of the new music that's out there. And it's brought to you by SoundClick, where you can get new emerging artists, new music all the time. Yeah, new music all the time on SoundClick. And a lot of the new emerging artists are fair game on this show. And I play a lot of it for you. And give you a chance to check it out and find some of the new music that we have here on GJRB Online. and try to find some of the artists. I should mark these down. When I find these artists, my failure is to mark down the song, put it in my playlist so that I can find it faster. That's my bad habit. Not following through on my music here. So sometimes I do that. So some of the artists, if I don't know any details on them, I'll look them up for the up and coming show and let you know what they are. This guy's name is Craig Curriri, I believe his name is, and this is a brand new piece of music here on GJRB Online. Preview of Up and Coming, which will be on the air real soon here on GJRB Online. It's a selection called Ballrooms of Mars.
Gonna buy private dancing. You're gonna trip and glide along the trembling lane. Your diamond hand will be stacked with roses and wind and cars and people up the path. I'll call you dame just when the moon sings, and place your face in stone upon a hill of stars, and gripped in the arms of the changeless madman. We'll dance our lives away in the ballrooms of Mars. You talk about day, I'm talking about nighttime, when monsters call out the names of men. Bob Dylan knows, and I bet Alan Freed did. There are things at night that are better not to behold. You dance with your lizard leather boots on and pull the strings that change the faces of men. Your diamond bright hair, you a gutter gone gangster. John Lennon knows your name, and I've seen it, seen it. Talk about day, talk about day, I'm talking about nighttime, when monsters call out the names of men. Bob Dylan knows, and I bet Alan Freed did. There are things at night that are better not to behold. You down with your lizard leather boots on and pull the strings that change the faces of men. Your diamond bright head, you a good gone gangster. John Lennon knows your name, and I've seen it, seen it.
Yeah, a new emerging artist comes out of Florida, Northport, Florida. His name is Craig Carreri, and there's a new song there called Ballrooms of Mars. I like that, guys. It's way out there format, isn't it? Gary J. Russell with you. Gary J. in the afternoon right here on GJRB Online. And let's see, we have weather on the 5s right now.
Now, the nationwide weather update. This is GJRB's weather on the 5.
And let's take a look at our weather on the 5s for Clinton, Iowa right now. Right here in our own hometown, our local weather is always the last in line on weather on the 5s. We did bring you our local weather forecast for Clinton, Iowa. Let's take a look at that right now and see what's going on right now currently and give you that weather update. And before we do that, let's let that flip over and see if we have a temperature update here. And right now, 82 degrees. Current temperature right now dropped to 82 degrees. Feels like it outside right now. And we have our relative humidity at 38%, dew point 56. And we have visibility at 10 miles. We're doing real good. Good visibility. Barometric pressure 30.05 inches of mercury. We have very high UV index right now at 9. Standing at 9 on our UV index. Moderate on the air quality 63. Grass pollen's high. And we have no precipitation in the area at this point with 0%. That could increase just a bit tonight with 10%. Clear skies, low near 60. With south-southeast winds at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tomorrow, 0% chance of precipitation, mainly sunny in the afternoon. High of 89, close to 90 tomorrow. With winds south at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tomorrow night, a 20% chance of precipitation expected. A stray shower in there. A few clouds. Thunderstorm possible. Low 64 with winds south-southeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Right now, our coronavirus confirmed cases is at 70 with 1 deceased. Once again, our current temperature is 82 degrees, and that's what it feels like right now. Winds are out of the southeast at about 5 miles per hour. Gusting to 12. Once again, current temperature 82 degrees according to the Eagle Point Station at Mayer Farms, and not far from our GJRB Spreaker Studios just above Lions Shopping District on Clinton's North End. Weather on the 5s every hour. 25 and 55 past the hour, any time when the hour it ends in 5, 15, 25, 35, 45, or 55 past. Weather on the 5s. Right here on all live broadcasts of GJRB Online. Weather on the 5s right here on Spreaker across America. Gary J. Russell with you here as we're doing a short preview of our up-and-coming show, which will be back on the air. That's right, we're going to have an encore presentation of our very first episode, which we had on last year. We started that show last year, never picked up on it, so we're going to pick up on it during our spontaneous summer with an up-and-coming show sometime in the next couple of weeks or into July, and we'll have our up-and-coming show, new emerging artists, brand new songs. So we're going to do right here on GJRB Online. Weather on the 5s right here on GJRB Online along with that. And to give you all a brand new artist. We got a whole bunch of them for you. So actually I'm going to probably record that show so it's uploaded. So I'll be pre-recording that program. Up and coming brand new music on GJRB Online with an encore live presentation anytime. So watch for postings because you never know when GJRB will be on the air during spontaneous summer. All right, tell you what we're going to do right now. We got some more good stuff coming up your way here on GJRB Online. Great new music and a lot of good stuff. So keep it here on GJRB Online for some of the great music right here on Spreaker across America. You know it. Yeah, we'll get back into some more new music. Let's go back a little ways. Go back to the 1950s for the Hollywood Argyles. Alley-oop.
There's a man in the funny papers we all know. He lives way back a long time ago. He don't eat nothing but a bear cat stew. Well, this cat's name is Alley-oo. He got a chauffeur that's a genuine dinosaur. And he can knuckle your head before you count to 4. He got a big ugly club and a head full of hair. Like great big lions and grizzly bears. He's the toughest man there is alive. Wearing clothes from a wildcat's hide. He's the king of the jungle jive. Look at that caveman go. He rides through the jungle tearing limbs off of trees. Knocking great big monsters dead on their knees. The cats don't bug him cause they know better. Cause he's a mean motor scooter and a bad go-getter. He's the toughest man there is alive. Wears clothes from a wildcat's hide. He's the king of the jungle jive. Look at that caveman go. There he goes. Look at that caveman go. He sure is hip, ain't he? Like what's happening? He's too much. Right, daddy, right. Hi-yo, dinosaur. Right, daddy, right. Get him, man. Like Hillsville.
This is the station from North Clinton, giving you the best in music variety on the nation's top podcast platform. The greatest platform on the planet, Spreaker. This is GJRB Online, the GJRB Online Network.
Who will lend a hand to their fellow man? Who will show the love of Christ? Who will take some time, spread a little sunshine? Who will show the love of Christ? Who will be his hands? Who will be his feet to a world that's lost and in so much need? Who will reach their town, go where the lost are found? Who will show the love of Christ? Go to a nursing home where people are all alone. Who will show the love of Christ? Who will be his hands? Who will be his feet to a world that's lost and in so much need? It should be you. It should be me, taking the church out on the street. Who will lend a hand to the fellow man? Who will show the love of Christ?
Good message there. Great song there. GJRB Online here on Spreaker. Gary J. Russell with you across America and around the world. That is one of the first new emerging artists we ever played here on GJRB Online. Remnant with Go Where the Lost Are Found. Gary J. Russell with you. It's now time to do our Spreaker shout-outs and promotions brought to you by Spreaker. Spreaker. It's a new emerging music and new people always on the air. And I'll tell you, we got some great people, and I'll tell you what, you check us out tonight. And I'll tell you what, we have some good stuff here. I'm telling you what, we start off with tonight, 8 o'clock Central Time, 6 o'clock Pacific, 9 o'clock Eastern, Simone Nicole. Yeah, he comes out of Houston, Texas. It's a male. It's really about his late daughter who died. He dedicates his show. He has a great music show. It talks about health and recipes and stuff like that. Great, share some stories, play some music. It's fabulous guy. He does his name is Josh. Comes out of Texas. Listen to it. Simone Nicole tonight live, 8 o'clock Central Time, right here on Spreaker. Check it out live tonight. And then later on tonight, around 9 o'clock or so, right after that's over, tune into Jimmy Church. Yeah, Jimmy Church has a program. It's called Fade to Black. Talks a lot about strange, bizarre things, aliens, UFOs, you name it. He talks about it. Talks about conspiracies. You gotta check this guy out. It's fabulous. That's tonight, 9 o'clock to midnight Central Time. 9 o'clock to midnight Central Time. I believe that's what it is, right? Something like that. Anyway, Monday through Thursday at 10 o'clock Eastern and 7 o'clock Pacific. From out of KGRA. Yeah, it's a fabulous show. Check it out. That's KGRA Alternative Talk Radio out of Utah. Great program. Fade to Black, Jimmy Church tonight, right here on Spreaker. And then later on, around 11 o'clock, you want to check it out? We have it here on Spreaker FM, our local 9-foot closed circuit. It's Spaced Out Radio with Dave Scott. And of course, last night's program kind of got me a little on the edge there again. Because this whole conspiracy about a fake landing on the moon always just kind of like really gets my goat. I can't stand this whole bit because it's history, folks. It happened. I don't care. It didn't happen on no freaking soundstage. Bull. But I'll tell you what, this guy had he had his research, he had his stuff and information that supposedly back him up. But he had a good show anyway last night. But Spaced Out Radio, 11 o'clock Central Time, midnight Eastern, and 9 o'clock Pacific, right here on Spreaker. So check out that program, Spaced Out Radio with Dave Scott from British Columbia, Canada, tonight. Anyway, check out some other great podcasters. We got some more. You want to listen to it every morning, Monday through Friday, 365 days a year. It's my good friend Mike Myers in the Radio Hope Network. Every morning talks a lot about God, family, relationships, love, and just all around, family stuff, This guy talks a lot about what's important as Jesus Christ in our life. And he brings it out with Bible verses and talks a lot about how important God is in our life. Mike Myers, the Radio Hope Network. Tune in because he has hope in Jesus Christ. Tune in tomorrow morning, 8 o'clock a.m., 365 days a year, 8 o'clock. Tomorrow morning, I believe he has a guest coming on his program. I'll check it out for you later on. But he's on tomorrow morning, 8 o'clock, right here on Spreaker. The Mike Myers Show, Radio Hub Network. Don't forget to check out his 24/7 stream on TuneIn. That's Muck Radio, MUKRADIO. Go to the TuneIn app, type that in, Muck Radio, Mike Myers Show. And then throughout the weekend, you just never know when this guy's going to be on. Talks a lot about popular culture and talks about wrestling, sports, all that good stuff. And it's a good friend, Bob Huber, the Huber Experience. Tune into him. You never know when this guy's going to be on. A lot of times he's on opposite me. But I check out his podcast whenever I can. Whenever he's live, whenever I'm here at the computer. Check it out anyway. It's Bob Huber, the Huber Experience. Check out Bob tomorrow or anytime right here on Spreaker. And then I went ahead, Ed Delgado, the Caramel Conservative. If you missed it, he had a good show yesterday. Check it out this weekend. He'll be on GJRB Online, 12 o'clock noon on Saturday afternoon. 12 o'clock noon Central Time, 10 o'clock a.m. Pacific. And you can listen to an encore presentation of the Ed Delgado Caramel Conservative right here on GJRB Online Network. So tune in to that one. And it's always fabulous to check out some of the stuff he talks about, because I'll tell you what, this guy's got it. You know, he gets a hit on, I'm telling you. So tune in. It's a great guest last night. You're going to listen to Hilario De Leon. He had a great guest on there, and well, got some great people. So check it out. So the repeat broadcast Saturday afternoon, right here on GJRB Online Network, right here on Spreaker for the Caramel Conservative Ed Delgado. And then right after that's done, we're here at 3 o'clock live. 3 o'clock Central Time, 4 o'clock Eastern, 1 o'clock Pacific for the Gary Russin program Saturday Extra. I'm hoping we can have Ben on, Ben Osman. And he has his own podcast too, by the way. I don't always know when he's going to be on, so just watch for that. He doesn't do too much live. I think he records it and puts it up. But he had fun on there, like I do on some of my shows. He records it and puts it up. That's what we're going to do with, I'll tell you about that coming up when I do the up and coming show. But check that out. That's, yeah. Ben Osman has a show about the New World Order. It's kind of interesting. It's really interesting. Check it out. Ben Osman from Pittsburgh. And those are some of the podcasters. You want to know what they are? You want to find out more about what's on the air, what's here on Spreaker? Just go to my Spreaker public site, www.spreaker.com/user/5120525, or just get into my new website, GaryRussin.website2.me. And just go to the schedule. Just click schedule, and you'll see it. You can click, just click that yellow link. It'll take you right to my site. You can go to all those. And coming soon on the GJRB website, I will be featuring all the podcast friends, all the podcasters that I follow. So it'll be a lot easier for you to find all the great podcasters that are here. So I'll link you all to their pages. So watch for that. And that'll be a new page on the GJRB website. That's on website.com. GaryRussin.website2.me. And you'll find all the information. I always post the website's address on the on the chat room right here. So whenever you go in there, you can just click that. It'll take you right to my website. Okay. And that's it. That's our Spreaker shout-outs and promotions. If we missed them, people, sorry about that. We got a lot of good ones on there out there, like Wicked Pissa and Patty Cakes and all them. And Eric Cooper, you'll find all of those by clicking onto that site that I just mentioned. And you'll find all those great podcasters. And check out Spaced Out Radio tonight, 11 o'clock Central Time, 9 o'clock Pacific, right here on Spreaker. And that's our Spreaker shout-outs and promotions right here on GJRB. This is Jimmy Gentry. Yeah, Born to Fly.
A young man in a wheelchair, no feeling in his limbs, taking what life's dealt him with his silly grins. But he's looking to that final day when he can be made new and he can run and play. And here's a man in prison paying for his deeds, wants to be with his family, providing for their needs. He's had a change of heart, but still he has to pay. Now he is living for that glorious day. 'Cause he was born to run, born to fly, born to be free like the wind in the trees. When
Savior comes to take him home, he will be free like he was meant to be. A woman in her final days, all her friends gone, trying to remember all that she has done. She talks about those people that help her every day, and she can't wait for heaven, and we often hear her say, that I was born to run, born to fly, born to be free like the wind in the trees. When the Savior comes to take me home, I will be free like I've wanted to be. And I was born to run and born to fly, born to be free like the wind in the trees. When the Savior comes to take us home, we will be free like we were meant to be. Like we were meant to be.
Yeah, great song. Jimmy Gentry on GJRB Online. Gary J. Russin with you. And we're going to be closing out here real soon. And I want to thank you for tuning in. And enjoy the music, and I enjoy playing it for you. And we'll have another Gary J in the afternoon coming real soon. There'll be regular programs in alternate rotation, of course, with some of the other great GJRB programs. We're going to try to be on just about every day now as we head into the month of July. A little bit of some stuff coming up, and I'll tell you about, got a freezer coming, and so there'll be some events coming up. I'll be off the air, but I'm going to try to make it as many days on the air as possible every day. I got a worker. We do some things, so Tuesdays and Thursdays it could be iffy, but sometimes we'll be on at night. Got some smooth jazz coming up at night, another Easy Nights program coming up, so we'll be doing some of those. And check those out if you can, because those are great programs, and I'm going to be doing a lot of really neat stuff with those. So just to let you know about that. Got a lot of really good music that I'll be playing for you, so you want to check out that program. Gary J in the afternoon, various shows, and I'm trying to get the morning show rebooted too, but I don't know yet. Just depends on a lot of things, But remember, all programs are not scheduled. You have to watch for postings on the GJRB Spreaker public site. I decide what time I go on the air, and in about an hour to 45 minutes to 30 minutes before a decided air time, I will be on the air to announce that we're going to be on the air. So just to let you know about that, an hour, just delay time. And I will make a mention of that so that you can be aware of what time we're going to be on the air, and get a chance to check our program, So just to let you know about that. And let's see here. Some programs also with my wife. Let's see here. Some programs with my wife we'll be doing together, and talk about that later on. Just to let you know about what we're going to be doing. And I've got some ideas for some shows coming up, so watch for postings on the GJRB Spreaker public site when we're going to be on the air, an hour to 45 minutes before airtime, or as close to 30 minutes before airtime, where I'll announce that we're going to be on the air live with another live program. So watch for postings, okay? And that it could be tomorrow night. It could be any time, so you never know when we're going to be on the air here on GJRB Online. I'll post before airtime and let you know what kind of program we got going on the air. And, of course, that includes Sunday as well with a worship Christian program, rock worship coming back on the air. We got some plans for that one. I'm rebooting that show with some new music. I have a few other shows I'm lining up. So keep it here on GJRB Online for these programs, and I'll give you all the details on what's coming on the air here on GJRB Online. And you have an idea what's happening on GJRB. And so just to let you know, and then with about 8 minutes and 19 odd seconds left, I thought I'd just kind of let you know exactly what programs are going to be on the air here on GJRB Online. And of course, the only scheduled programs we have is over the weekend, and that's the Gary Russell program, Saturday Extra, live on Saturday afternoon, 3 o'clock Central Time. And I'm going to try to get Ben on here. I'm going to get a hold of him and see if he can do the show. Because he didn't make it last week for some apparent reason. Don't know why. Ben didn't make it last week, so we'll have Ben on real soon. Okay, just to let you know, we'll have Ben on real soon, and with another program, the Ben Osman, And don't forget, he has a brand new podcast. I just announced that during our shout-outs and promotions. He's got a new podcast about the New World Order. So watch this. So go to the Spreaker Public site, GJRB Online Spreaker Public site, and that's by going into my website, GaryRussin.website2.me. Go to the schedule page, and there's the link right there. www.spreaker.com/user/5120-525. You'll see it there. You click that. It's in yellow. So just click that. That link will take you right to my page. Takes you right to my page, and you can see all the programs that are scheduled on GJRB Online. Coming up, I have Radio Land coming up. Yeah, old time radio. I've got that coming up. The rest of the month, the rest of June will be Radio Land and Music and Memories and a few other programs. So we're going to be trying to squeeze those and to be on just about every day. Smooth Evening, Easy Nights, and some other great programs. Gary J, another Gary J in the afternoon, and try to relaunch Sports Page if we can. So some of the stuff coming up in July will include the shows that didn't make it in June, including Crooners, Radio, Television, Movie Classics follow-up, and the Way Out There follow-up will be coming in June. And we have that in July. The rest of this month, I already mentioned those. But in July, those are the programs I mentioned. And also another Music and Memories. And some other shows that we're going to try to do. So we're going to be scheduling those. And regularly, the Gary Russin program. Gary J in the afternoon, maybe Gary J in the morning if we are lucky, and of course the Gary Russin, the Gary J Sports Page, and other great stuff. So check those out. We'll talk to you a little bit. I'll have various. If something breaks that I want to beef about, something I want to talk about, some extra stuff, I will usually go on the Gary John side and do a commentary. So you never know when GJRB Online is going to be on the air. So watch for postings. That's all I can tell you at this point. It's going to wrap it up. They're going to put it into the Gary J in the afternoon show. Hope you enjoyed the program. We'll be back again for another broadcast. Don't forget more great programs coming up on GJRB Online, including Gary Russin program Freestyle Friday edition. I'm looking at that for a Friday. And until then, I'll leave you with the Stealth Mosquitoes. Castaway. Have yourself your best night ever. So long, everyone.
a stranger in a strange land. I must have loved you long ago. My memory seems to tell me so. The beauty that I'm sure I knew appears before me in radiant hue. Take me higher than the rainbow, down through the afterglow, across to the other side. Find me a place where I can I must have heard you in a dream, calling me so it would seem. Our flesh entwined in love embrace. Your heart was mine as I kissed your face. I must have seen you dance before, swan like gliding across the floor. Take me higher than the rainbow, down through the afterglow, across to the other side. Find me a place where I can
This is the GJRB Online Network.